Miracles. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you know the name already. Papa Ghana, D Sexy, D Ren, Dr. Ren. Yasan Edi Aman for Kanano, the numero uno, the top journalist. I present the fact, nothing more, nothing less. Today, 2026. Today happens to be 24th February, 2026. Exactly how many years ago, when our greatest Ghanaian, the greatest African ever to walk on the surface of this earth, Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, was overthrown by the wicked NPP political party. Very wicked people. They overthrew Kwame Nkrumah. What was the crime? Nkrumah's crime. And after the overthrow of Kwame Nkrumah, were they able to fulfill the many things Nkrumah did for Ghanaians? Were they able to even do better than Kwame Nkrumah? Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome all of you. I'm starting a roll call. Greetings to Henry Hansen. Greetings to Alfred Tete. Over Tete. I hope we are all doing great. And then come on, baby, nipa and then my brepa. But today being a day, Nkrumah was overthrown. They say me bomodnia na many mudin komo. Cause me da me timina and some shema kumemu. And some many mudi sa uncommon. Yes. Many years ago, a man walked on the surface of this earth named Kwame Nkrumah. He did all he could to put Ghana on the map. He did everything he could to ensure that the black man would sit at the dinner table and not eat the crumbs of Akwesi Abroni. But the Eritrea, a betrayal. The editia a destruction and destroying of Mother Ghana. It's very sad. Here we are today. The same evil political party, quote and unquote, who championed the overthrow of Kwame Nkrumah, they are still alive today. You hear them making all manner of noise and shouting. They are still there. Those people who led the overthrow of Kwame Nkrumah are still alive today. So the enemy is still within us. The enemy has not left us. You wonder why Ghana is not progressing. It's because the enemy is still with us. So every step we take, the enemy ensure that step that we take, they will destroy the progress steps. Because the enemy is still with us. I wish talking to you, I would say that, oh, we have overcome the enemies of yesterday. And Ghana is now a prosperous nation. Industries are thriving. Development everywhere. Good roads, race, train system. But unfortunately, we still have the enemies within us. And in fact, we've even emboldened these enemies. So they don't even shy away. Say, Ome tu Kwame Nkrumah dear so. Na omaino ashifom. They keep defending themselves on radio stations. They keep telling us lies upon lies. And they keep gathering people. The so-called we have the men. Let me tell you, if you underestimate the devil, then I feel sorry for you. That is the enemy that we are facing. Oh. And until we realize that political party of the NPP are the real evil of the nation Ghana, we will not realize our full potential. Because you see, the men and women that are made up of this political party, the so-called tradition that formed this political party called NPP, they have not changed from their real character. Yet though they change from names, from NLM to NLC or whatever to another name, UP to whatever, they still remain the same. Their characteristics is still the same. I was here. What happened on 24th February 1966? Nkrumah has left Ghana. Are all call for a peace mission. Underline the word peace mission. Nkofo okuntokwa. Ewiase nyina yenye wobi se onko patan tokwa no. We send the Ghanaian most peaceful man to go and settle and bring peace. What happened? The wicked men took advantage. The wicked evil men sold Ghana for cheap. They sold Ghana for just some few dollars. According to the CIA report, they sold Ghana's greatest man just for coins. And you wonder why the enemy, anytime they come to power, they are unable to perform. Because they have nothing to offer Ghanaians. What do you expect from the devil? Apart from distraction. Apart from, destroying. Nothing better from the devil. And I use the word devil because they don't really love the nation Ghana. The Dankwa, Dombo, Buzia, Akufo-Addo, Ofori-Atta tradition. They have nothing but hatred for the nation Ghana. They were upset that the son of Nzima, that poor boy that hailed all the way from Nkrofo, was blessed with wisdom. And that wisdom he will use to transform his own nation. They were upset. To them, their grandfather, Sir Ofori-Atta, who dined and wined at the time with Akwesi Abroni, did not even got that particular chance to be praised among men. I always tell people that I don't hate NPP. In fact, they are Ghanaians. But I despise them to get closer to the seat of power. And that is the gospel truth. They are Ghana's Kofi Babone. They are Ghana's own Babone. That is NPP for you. The prodigal son. They are wasters. They waste our time. So even though we should be careful when we give them power. Dr. Martin, greetings. We should be careful whenever we hand over power to NPP. Because these are spoiled brats. They only make the noise. Give them the power. And you see their true character. Why did we not give Akufo-Addo and Bawumia power? Dear Nianti, they have the men. And that $1 to 2 cedis, if Akufo-Addo was the president at Tamils or Mahama, he was going to resign. In fact, when he got the chance to sit at the seat of power, he took the dollar from 3 cedi 90 pesos to 17 cedis. These are the enemies within. I'm telling you, even though they are our brothers, we should not allow in a million years, let them get closer to power. Because it is the same ideology, that property owning democracy ideology. An ideology that they don't build, but when people build, they want to name. They put their names on what people have built. That is the ideology. Lazy thinkers, bitter men. That is the ideology. You see, what if Nkrumah was not overthrown? Have you asked yourself these questions? Huh? Sometimes just sit down and say, today, I'm only thinking about Ghana. I'm not thinking about my own work. I'm not thinking about anything because Ghana gave me the opportunity. Ghana has given me an opportunity. So today I'm going to think about Ghana. And I'm going to think about Ghana by thinking about the first president of Ghana. Mami Araba France, how are you doing? William Michiamo. Gloria, greetings. Ayo, greetings. Raj, Joy, Kojo, Michelle. Think about Ghana. and think about Kwame Nkrumah. And ask yourself, what if Nkrumah was not overthrown? Do you know what would have happened? When we were building atomic energy, check the records. How many European countries had that brain to think of atomic energy? Check the records. Many of these European countries never even dreamt of atomic energy. Check the record, the Tema motorway. There was no motorway in the United Kingdom. When Nkrumah built the motorway, all that we had in the UK was bypass, feeder roads, bypasses, no motorway. So because you're building motorway and there was no motorway, the British man, the Englishman, had to amend that bypass and rename it motorway. What if these wicked men, calling themselves today NPP, had allowed Nkrumah to lead the nation? You know, Nkrumah was president for 5 years, 240 days. Go and check the record. Nkrumah was president for 5 years, not even up to 6 years. In the history of this world, the foundation of this world, all the countries that you hear that they are great and mighty, they sacrifice and they build before venturing into this multi-party democracy. Even the godfather of democracy, Socrates, will tell you that if we allow fools to come closer, they will destroy the greatest things that great men built. It was of no wonder that when Nkrumah built Tema Harbour, the dry dock, when the NPP people took over, they said, Iben swimming pool Kesini. What is this mighty swimming pool that Nkrumah built? That was a place where they used to what? Repair ship. Build ship. He left them with aeroplanes, Black Star lines, tons of ship. George, I greet you. William, I greet you. Frank, I greet you guys. Quay, I greet you. Today, these same people have the audacity to sit on TV, radio, and they speak nonsense. Dr. Bernard, welcome. Greetings. That so-called Operation Cold Chop, what were they thinking about? To chop what? Operation Cold Chop. Operation Cool Chop. To chop what? Do you know what to chop? After Nkrumah built everything, when they came to power, guess what? They privatized every form of projects, factories, companies. They privatized most of Nkrumah's projects, companies, and factories into their names. When I hear Kufuor talk and lie to Ghanaians, how prosperous his mother was, then I say, may God forgive Kufuor for such a wicked man opened his mouth and lied to the nation Ghana. Kufuor's mother got the chance to come to Aburokyire because of Power Grant, Alfred Power Grant. In fact, it was through the advice of Alfred Power Grant, the founder and financier of UGCC, who held Kufuor's mother's hand and brought her to United Kingdom. Kufuor is not telling the story. In fact, Kufuor's mother fell in love with Alfred Power Grant, very handsome in Zima. And the man said, no, you are not my taste and my type of woman, with all respect to you. But Kufuor is not telling the story. These are wicked people, oh. These are men of evil. When we say evil, don't be looking at somebody with some hudious face, some caricature with some horns. No. These are evil in human form. They don't love Ghana. No. Listen to the story that is going on. The cocoa issue. Don't. You see, Nkrumah was overthrown because they used the same cocoa. Yes. They have not changed though. That's why sometimes I get upset with the NDC when they delay in jailing these thieves. I'm telling you. Because the same style, the same procedure, the same format is what is playing right beneath our eyes. Cocoa farmers are angry. They agitated. They started it from the Ashanti region. Cocoa farmers are not happy. Nkrumah pay us. Meanwhile, they are teamed up with the CIA. They are teamed up with the foreigners. Wickedness, oh. Wickedness and evil. These are the people who destroyed the cocoa industry. Less than 2 years, they are now complaining. And you see, the cocoa issue is not any issue. But look at how they are jumping from their paid radio station, from one paid radio station to the other. That is the NPP for you. If it is for evil, oh, they will not close their eyes. They will not even. That is who they are. Men of evil. Men of wickedness. That is the NPP for you. Even if you are not a wicked man and you join NPP and you don't quickly leave that political party, you become evil. Look at all the good people that joined the NPP and are still in NPP. They have turned into fools. Majority of these people, check. People with good intention whenever they join NPP. Look at the lives of the Atta Kennedys and co. Look how they use Kennedy Akompre Japan. Look at the way they used Alan Kodjo Chairman. You name them. They will use you, dump you, or they will kill you. After all, we heard that John Nkrumah was killed. It is the same NPP people who told us John Nkrumah was killed. Their evil goes beyond boundary. If you don't know, I'm telling you today. The evil of NPP, it goes beyond boundaries. Oh, go and read how Olympio was overthrown in Togo. Go and read it. You think which people mastermind the overthrow of Olympio? It was a Kufuor and co. They used Akufo-Addo's and co. When Akufo-Addo was kicked out from Oxford University, smoking weed on the campuses of Oxford University, they kicked him out. His father sent him to France. It was then Akufo-Addo was taught how to speak French. What was the pay for his masters? They sent them to Togo to act as if they were Togolese and lie to the people of Togo that Olympio is a bad leader and that you guys must kick Olympio out. Masterminded, instigated, did everything they could to overthrow Olympio. The day Olympio was overthrown, the next day, Buzia was in Togo. Go and read. These were friends of Fofue Boahe of La Côte d'Ivoire. When Nkrumah was building factories and companies, they teamed up with Felix Fofue Boahe of La Côte d'Ivoire. The French people gave him money to come and buy Bonsa tie. They used Felix Fofue Boahe. He bought Ghana's Bonsa tie. Guess what? And he stopped production of car ties. If I buy an investment, if I buy a company, I'm buying it because I want profit, isn't it? But he bought the company and allowed the company to destroy. Do you know why? Because Michelin, that gave him money from France, promised him that they were going to set up Michelin ties in La Côte d'Ivoire. And Nkrumah was building. And they envied Nkrumah so much. Who is this young man that is so intelligent? Who is this young man that the women loved him? Who is this young man? That young man from Nzema and Krofo. We want to know the man. We've heard of his name. We've heard that he doeth miracles, good things. He's a lover of men and a hater of none. And when men from Far East, men from China, Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, Ho Chi Minh and co, when Lee Kuan Yew and co said, let me come and pay my respect to Kwame Nkrumah, for I've heard of that black man who is doing miracle in his country. These people were upset. They envied Nkrumah. What they wanted to become, Nkrumah was. Hatred, enviness, wickedness towards Nkrumah. A son from a village, a small village, who God bless, no man can curse. Look today. They did everything within their power. Greetings. Greetings, Echan, I greet you. Oh, listen to Kufuor's family members. Oh, Kwame Nkrumah was a hater of the Ashantis. Nkrumah hated Ashanti people. It was not true. Who masterminded those conversations, those talks, those jandam, as we call it today? It was the family of J.B. Dankwa. Nkrumah was mighty and powerful. Was he a saint? No, far from it. He was a human being. Who gave Nkrumah the title of Sajifo? It was Prempeh, the Asante king at the time. It was Prempeh. So how can somebody give a title to his enemy? It was not true. But the Achim Ebuakwa people, the wicked ones, did everything to drag the name of Kwame Nkrumah through the mud. Osaji for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. What was his crime? Building hospitals, expanding schools, building harbors, creating jobs for his own people. You see the place where we call it Ashaiman. Nkrumah declared Ashaiman as the industrial hub. We will build silos. We will store our own food. In fact, record has it that in 1954, Ghana supplied countries like Holland with sandals, with slippers, with shoes. The Kumasi shoe factory. We were supplying the white people in Europe with shoe. We had our own corned beef factory, tomato factory. Nkrumah discovered the natural resources across each and every region and added value, took men to school, educated men with skills. Because a man with skills appear before kings and queens. A man with skills do not go to bed with empty stomach. For your skills will make way for you. So he said, let me give my people the skills. He built technical institutes across the nation. He says, Ghanaian are people born naturally as creatives. I have to bring out the best in my people. Ghana's name was hoisting everywhere. When the likes of Kennedy and co. heard the doings of Kwame Nkrumah, they were happy. Go and read the records about America. The Americans are not telling you what killed JF Kennedy. It was his own driver that killed JF Kennedy. Yes, his own driver. Knowing how he's a supporter of Kwame Nkrumah and co. The wicked ones are still with us. Who are they? The NPP people. They are the wicked ones. You have to be bold to say it. What profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his soul? What profit to me if I follow wickedness, have all the money, have all the cars, have all the houses, and my Ghanaian people suffers? What profit? What profit me? Look at Ken Oforiatta today at a detention center. He says, I would die in detention in the land of the foreigner, rather than coming home to face accountability. These are the people I'm telling you, Ghanaians. Don't forget and don't take for granted what the John Dramani Mohammed's government is doing. I'm not saying they are perfect, far from it. I'm not saying they are not going to have some turbulences, far from it. But I'm saying, do not forget the achievements. For perhaps you might think that the achievement is easy, because that is what the NPP will let you understand, that, oh, it is easy to do it, but give them the power. They struggle, they destroy, they cannot do it, they cannot build. In fact, they are cursed people. Oh yes, they are cursed people. Nothing good cometh out of them. Nothing good. Give them Ghana 1 million years and they will not be able to build. They will rather sell the nation. Don't you hear from their people? Don't you hear? That Nkrumah, why did you even allow the white people to live? Inferior minds are speaking like this. This is the NPP people. These are the inferior minds. They don't even believe in the black man. When Nkrumah said, oh, I believe in the black man of managing his own affairs, it was not lies. He was not deceiving us. That was the fact and that was the truth. We were building atomic energy at the time. We built Temamoto Way. We built Akosombo Dam. We were manufacturing our own cars, assembling our own cars. In fact, the BBC reporter that came to Ghana when we started building Temamoto Way, he says that Ghana will take 10 years to build a 20-kilometer road. 20-kilometer road. That was what he told us. And to his surprise, the Temamoto Way did not take 20 years because the Great Britain sons, the sons of the English people, had not been able to build motorway. They were surprised how Nkrumah was able to inspire the Ghanaian to build Temamoto Way. And we built it. When these destroyers came to destroy, tell us what they built. They rather what? Privatized majority of the companies, sold the estates. In fact, they took over Nyaniba estates. They even told Kwame Nkrumah's mother to say that Nkrumah is not her child. That Nkrumah is not a Ghanaian. That Nkrumah comes from somewhere, Togo or Burkina Faso or Cote d'Ivoire. And the woman said, no. I carried Nkrumah in my womb. I gave birth to Nkrumah. Whatever you want to do to me, do to me. Yes. I keep telling you, Nkrumah died in the hands of my own uncle, Nana Nyameke, whose son is George Nyameke, lives here in London, that very day in Bucharest, Romania. In his last days, he asked himself, what wrong have I done to help my people to understand that they are not born of any inferior God and that they are the superior God, that if only they can pay attention to themselves, they can do mighty things. But the wicked one, who wanted to be like Nkrumah, the wicked ones who always wanted to be like Ghana's most high, Kwame Nkrumah, they had to destroy the dream. Everything that today the world is talking about is employment. We left Ghana and then we came to UK to study. We have to go back. We say we will not go back. Why? Because when we go back, where are the jobs? So we stayed and helped the Akwesi Abroni. That is how our forefathers referred to them. Abroni, Obroni, the wicked one. But our brothers, NPP, teamed up with the wicked one. In fact, when Kotoka realized that he was deceived, do you know after the overthrow of Kwame Nkrumah, Kotoka was the one that lived in the residence of Kwame Nkrumah. Yes, at the Flagstaff House. And it is said that he visited one of the rooms of Kwame Nkrumah and read all the plans, the vision Nkrumah had for Ghana. He sat down and he wept. When Ankara and Co. find out that this is what Kotoka is saying to some of his friends, that he was misled. They set Kotoka up and they killed him. The wicked NPP people, they don't change. They remain the same. Yes, their character is the same. This is the political party that first introduced bombing on the continent of Africa. Black political party, bombing their fellow black people. They tried to kill Nkrumah. How many failed attempts? Assassination upon assassination. They killed young children. They did not care. They killed school-going children. They never cared. That is NPP for you. NPP They will run to the next foreign embassy and say, look at what Kwame Nkrumah, look at what Ghana is doing to us. They don't care. I'm telling you. NPP don't care. You think NPP care about your Ghana? Then you are a joker. You think they care about your Ashanti region, your Bono Ahafo, your Volta region, your Western region, your Upper East, Upper West? You think they care about you? They don't care. Look, permit me to say this. You remember what Otumfo told Akufo-Addo? He said, you and my friend, Nyantechi, not the Nyantechi, the football manager or administrator, no. He said, have you forgotten when a champon was harassing us? Or Tata, referee, Nyantechi. Nobody will welcome. We should ask Otumfo, a dear no more ye, in Tiana, a champon Tata. Akufo-Addo was using Ghanaians living in abroad to bring mayhem. And that was when Akufo-Addo teamed up with Jerry John Rawlings' uncle, J.H. Harley, to overthrow Kutu Echampo. When you see these people, they are full of wickedness. They are empty. And they are full of men full of bitterness. Because they cannot build. Nkrumah built with veranda boys. Do you understand veranda boys? People who have not been to school before. And he inspired them and encouraged them, and they became builders. The Kroboedu says and co. Nkrumah said, I believe in you. Do you know when we say somebody has a belief in you in this world, the greatest medicine is two: being truthful and having belief, having faith in something. You can conquer. Yes, that is why the good Bible tells us that if you have faith, you can tell to this mustard seed to move. You can tell to mountains to move, and it will move. You have no idea. And we have not gotten the leader to believe in us, to believe in our women, to believe in our young children. Believe, having faith, and inspiring people. They can do greater things. That is the reason why a short man named Deng Xiaoping, less than 5 feet tall, was able to lead 800 million people out of poverty. You have no understanding. And Nkrumah understood it. According to my great-grandmother, he said when Nkrumah left the shores of Ghana, he was a man full of inferiorities until he met his godfather, Marcus Garvey, and who told him, you can also do it. As I am doing it, I don't have any better qualifications. But if I can do it, you can do it. When he met Messiah, Marcus Garvey, he was inspired. That was the shift of his mind. That was when he believed that I have to quickly go back to Ghana and tell my people that Eureka, I have found it. And indeed, when he came, he did exploit. Who were his campaign managers? The campaign managers were just people who sell flour. They did Ashikin shares and co. People who were selling flour. It's some, the Shushan boys, the veranda boys. These were his friends. But look at what he did with them. And the so-called academicians, look what they did. The destroyers of our destiny. They think politics is a game. To them, everything is a game. No, politics is not a game. It's about life. It is about bread and butter. So it can never be a game. Why toy with the people's life? Why do you have to play with people's lives? That is why when Akufo-Addo came, he demolished La Polyclinic, and he was unable to build La Polyclinic. A polyclinic that was taking care of the La people, the environs of Osula, Nungwa, Teshi people. He destroyed it. They don't care. They don't even understand. They are in it for the money, not to build the nation Ghana. They were upset when Nkrumah was the only black man who could hold the hands of Queen Elizabeth and dance with her. In fact, it was said that Queen Elizabeth was coming to stay in Ghana for just a day visit. But she changed and spent many days. It was said that she felt comfortable around Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. She loved the energy of Kwame Nkrumah. That's a great man. Look how Akufo-Addo and Co did everything on this earth to have a handshake from Queen Elizabeth. But they were denied. Yes, they were denied. There were many times that Charles came to Ghana and Akufo-Addo was he wanted to meet this young man, now King Charles. If you don't know, for your information, they have farms in Ghana. Unless I tell you that this is the farms that belong to the king, you wouldn't know. Wicked people are still around. That is the reason why we have to go to schools and tell the people. In 2019, I took it upon myself to visit universities across the United Kingdom with my own money. And I visited as many as I could. And I started from Cambridge University. Because that was where the youth president of NPP was at that school. I think, Cambridge. Very fantastic young guy. No, he was not the president, but one young guy, very brilliant. And I visited them at Cambridge. We had a conversation, a forum. And 2019, NPP UK youth boycotted to speak for NPP. That was the beginning in 2019. Here in London. And in 2020, they boycotted to campaign for the NPP. Because I had gone to give them the light. I had gone to feed them with the information. And I told them, research. Don't take my word as hook link, as the truth, as the gospel. Research. And if I am a liar, tell the people I'm a liar. And when they came back, he said, uncle, we've been deceived. We've been lied to. In fact, we don't even feel like coming on radio and, talking about NPP. Oh, yes. Until date, where are the people who speak for NPP? The torch is blazing. The spirit of Nkrumah lives. Nkrumah never dies. Though you've succeeded in killing the person, the flesh, just like the way Judas sold Jesus Christ. And after his death, his name is everywhere. Billions of people have come to know the name. Jesus did not build any called Christianity, but people took up the gospel and preached the gospel. He, Jesus Christ, never formed anything called Christianity. No. And we have to understand that our enemies are not hiding. Yes, our enemies, we see them every day on TV. We hear their voices every day on radio. The good thing is to know your enemy. And we know our enemy. Look at the way they are forcing cocoa farmers to demonstrate, taking advantage of their ignorance. You don't know what NPP can do. These are people who killed young students. Young students. People, they killed them with no remorse. NPP, the Dankwa, the Dombo, the Buzia, the Euphoria, the Akufo-Addo tradition Ladies and gentlemen, you have no idea what they can do. That's why I keep telling you, Meneme, Koname, Sanuchioi, because they have not changed. The bombers, the killers, the people that put poison in people's food and kill them because of power. You have no reason. The daddy girls, our missing Takrady girls, where are they? But they were able to quickly find the Canadians. But your own people, no. And Nkrumah died without nothing. Look, I'm just telling you. If you think your enemy is the white man from afar, I'm here to tell you, it's a big lie. Your enemy is your brothers who you see them, who wear all their so-called whatever, and they come and sit down there and they shout, give us the nation, and we are going to build Ghana, we are going to build Ghana. This is the thing. And it's very sad. That's why I'm here today with you. I want to tell you, forget not. Our enemies are still around. They have started. They have started on Ekosi saying Asempa Radio. They've started on Joy FM. They have started on Wuntimi Radio. They have started. We must find men and women to stop them. If not, the single inflation that you are enjoying today, the cedi appreciating against the dollar that you are enjoying today, if not, we will go back from where they took the dollar 4 cedi and left it at 17 cedis. They have nothing to offer us, my good people. God bless our homeland Ghana. Make our nation great and strong. May we all be bold to defend Ghana. We can build Ghana if we want to build Ghana. Ghana is our responsibility. We must build Ghana. If a short man called Deng Xiaoping was able to take 800 million people out of poverty, then I am telling you, it is not impossible to take Ghanaians out of poverty. It is not impossible. But NPP will tell you it is impossible. The poor man is with us. No, it is a foolish talk because they know they cannot build. Their darling boy was a Kufu-Addo, but he came and he failed. And you would think Bawumia would do something. Oh, please. If the El Capitano of NPP, that they praise him in the 80s and in the 90s and in the 2000s, Akufo-Addo could not do Foko, then that boy, Bawumia, who is suffering from ideological fantastica, what can he do? Ladies and gentlemen, God be with you, and may God bless Ghana. May his face shine upon us. And yes, indeed, we shall build Ghana. We will build Ghana not with the NPP people, the wicked people, the thieves, the criminals, whose finance minister stole our money and preferred to live in detention center in the United States of America. How coward can he be? How wicked can he be? And that is who the NPP are. Wicked and evil people. May we not forget. One love.